We offer the best grooming guidance for you. for you. It's so natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be a swagger. It's style, class, and luxury. Make our products that are made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the black, yeah. Company, give you swagger. Style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, black, yeah. Company, give you swagger. Style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect tag.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect tag.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to the Tuesday Tussle for this Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. And this episode we are calling Focus Up. Yeah. Coming out of a great weekend of boxing, we had an opportunity to enjoy the elite of the sport facing one another, and then we saw a chance for history in the making, in the living flesh and blood. That was Clarissa T-Rex Shields, as she has become a historical 4-time undisputed champion in the sport of boxing in the women's division. Yeah! And one can only accomplish such feats by being focused. Yeah. And though I haven't agreed with all of the outside of the ring circumstances, that is really not my business, but in the ring, that woman has set a benchmark so high, it'll be after this lifetime that someone else is able to accomplish what she has. We're talking about what she has accrued through the amateur and Olympics, and now into the pros. And she is yet not 30 years old, huh? Yeah, they can throw all of those names out there and faces that they want to put at a high mark. But it cannot be denied that she is the walking embodiment of the GOAT in women's division of boxing. And if they dare want to challenge, all they got to do is get in the ring with her. And she will, listen, I think she weighed in, 175 for that fight or something like that, 170 plus. She would be willing to drop weight to go down and meet other challenges. She has done that throughout this professional tour and really have left people just in awe. Yeah. But as I said, focusing up be the subject tonight. And we've had some examples of that just coming out of this weekend. You see, it's interesting because a lot of times when I do the Tuesday Tussle, I set the subject before the fights take place. And oftentimes, the fights have narratives of their own that play out that I can end up taking elements of what transpired and fit them snugly right into the subject for the following Tuesday show. I usually put the show up in the queue before we get through the weekend. And it's done with an eye toward keeping something fresh and to be able to talk about various subjects, make them relatable to fights that have just transpired or fights that are on the horizon, as well as real life circumstances that you can tie it all in to make a nice package of an experience for editorial, lecture, whatever, however you want to place it. So yeah, we're here tonight, and the story as told is to focus up. I am very pleased with the card that transpired on February 1st. David Morrell and David Benavidez. When I did a video on these two men, I called it A Tale of Two Davids. You know, David being a name that's commonly associated with scripture. And these two men brought it, and they gave as good as they got. We had an opportunity to see David Benavidez come away with a decision unanimously over Morrell, but Morrell acquitted himself so that he lets the rest of the division know why he was someone that other champions or potential challengers for championships didn't want to face him. And I do believe it is markedly because Benavidez has such experience from a young age himself of working with pros, because his amateur career was not extensive by any regards regarding some of these other contending fighters. But the names that he's worked with have brought him to a place of respectability. And what I really also enjoyed was the aftermath of this fight, the press conference, even in the ring, in the aftermath of the fight, the two warriors showing that sportsmanship and respect to one another. The build up to the fight was quite interesting. A lot of foul mouth rhetoric going back and forth. But it was great to see the two men come together, show that respect, and show the respect for the sport in the aftermath. And no one got very hurt, which everyone wins in that case. I'm going to take a moment and see who we got in the building this evening. See some of you out there. Let's see who we got. Universal Truth was in the building early. What's happening with you, brother? Universal is starting to come around and become one of those who really support the channel, and I appreciate that, Universal. Thank you so much for your presence and your presence. Yeah, support. Jab Jamboree we got out there. What's happening with you, Act? Good to see you. Kamarin Fields is out there saying like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate you. She says, peace and blessings, Stormy in chat. She says, I was so grateful for those who did commentary as I was at work. What a spectacular time in boxing, wasn't it? And see, that's another thing about the community, Kamarin. Somebody is always doing something. So if I'm not on, someone else is on. If someone else is not on, yet another is on. And excuse me, so forth and so on. This is something that we all have done and come together collectively, and it's a cohesive unit, which is why I continuously ask you all to share the content. Just share it. If you have your own channel, share it to your post page or your community page. Just share it so that it gets out into the algorithms. It tweaks the algorithms. If you have subscribed to a channel, make sure you hit the bell button for all. Check the all so that you'll get all notifications. You'll find that a lot of you haven't done that. And it's a simple fix for you to go out there and hit that bell icon and check all so you'll get all notifications. And understand this as well. The more that you share, the more that you'll get notified, because it's like spending money in the community. When it circulates through the community can be made to be strong. But if you go outside the community and you spend that coin elsewhere, what happens is the community becomes stagnant, and sometimes will even drop down beneath a certain standard because you're not cultivating, you're not digging to turn the soil over so that you may have fresh fruit being born. You know what I'm saying? So just that little thing, you know, all you have to do is on your own page, Stormy B Man is live. Share the link on your own page. It's as simple as that. It says right now we have over 20 something views on the channel for this show. Imagine if 20 people just did that. Tomorrow, Stormy B Man show will be higher in the algorithms. When you're looking for boxing talk, when you're looking for something like the subject I'm talking about tonight, focusing up, and I'm speaking on Morale and Benavidez, it'll be high in there. So we all have a part and a role to play and do. Yeah. Eric Jordan is out there. What's good with you, Eric Jordan? Good to see you. Been a couple of shows, I haven't seen you. Earl Sager is out there saying Clarissa's got God's gift of the finest art. Ravens Nation is in the building saying salute. And let's see who else we got. There's a couple things moving around here. The Jab Jamboree says no F plus today. Okay, I got you on that. Who else we got out here? Universal is saluting. Antonio, my brother, is out there. Antonio MMA saying salute, Sensei. Yeah. Eric Jordan is saying Cash App, Sensei. Okay, let me double check here. We got to get to it. Yeah. And that's right, you guys. For those who want to offer a donation of Cash App or PayPal, just write in the chat that you've sent something, and I will call it out for you, because my alert for that doesn't include the Cash App. So I will announce it. Eric Jordan in that Cash App saying, for it was one of the best weeks for boxing. Salute to you, Eric. And it absolutely was. I agree. We had a chance to see a little bit of everything. We saw some knockouts. We saw some brawling. We saw some highly contested, warriors going at it. That's to be admired, huh? Very much so. Let's see who else we got. Geo James Khalil is out there saying salute. Earl Sager says, yes, Sensei, bless you, sir. Bless you as well. Shower is in the building saying, blessing Stormy B-Man in chat. What's good with you, Shower? Soul Power, Gamed Up Kennels is in the building saying, blessing Sensei and family. Right back at you, brother. And let's see who else we got here. Eric Jordan says, it was a phenomenal week for boxing. The best fighting the best for the main event and undercard. Yeah. And listen, I tried to tell people who would listen, my breakdown videos all week last week were the undercards featured. Rosario and Ramos, Pitbull and Fierro. Then we had Figueroa and Fulton. And of course the main event. Each day I had a breakdown for all of that. And guess what, you guys? My views weren't that high on the videos, but they were there for you. I keep telling you, I can do my part, but when are you going to catch on and start doing yours? Huh? Because that's the only way that we can build a strong, united front and link to what we say that we love, and that's the sport of boxing, right? Yeah. So, who else we got out here? You guys are continuing to greet one another. That's all good. And see, isn't that nice that you guys can come into the chat and greet one another and show love and camaraderie? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And I enjoy being able to see you all interact like that in my chat, because if I'm not doing anything, I'm bringing you all together. Huh? How about that? Because some of you ain't gonna pay attention to the message of the subject or whatever, so that's F pluses to go around. Yeah! But the fact that I brought you together, huh? When you could have been doing some bad stuff out there, huh? Getting in trouble with the law, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of foolishness. But I brought you together on something good and supporting our beloved sport of boxing. So I've done good. Yeah, I've done good. Up until this point when I see someone like Mr. Shelton out there saying A+ for me. No, Mr. Shelton, no A+ for you, huh? Because you came in here trying to shine on yourself and not allow the shine to come organically, huh? So when we open the umbrella and we shade you from the shine, huh? A C is what you get, huh? Because we see you. Yeah! You're gonna have to take me. Shower says, we are good, young bro. Oh, you talking? Okay. All right, Shower. Eric Jordan says, February 6th is still the 3 wise men on your channel, Sensei. Yes. And thank you for reminding me, Eric Jordan, because that's a special edition show where Scrapbook and I are going to bring you a longly anticipated show with a dedication to Kurt once again, and also just talking it up. Scrapbook has a lot on his mind that he wants to share. And then we are going to talk about some of the aspects of the sport of what's happening presently. And you know, Scrap has a voice out here as well, but he wanted to come and do it as a collab for the special edition of 3 Wise Men of Boxing. So for some of you who may not have been around when we were doing that, Shower, Kamaran, you know what I'm saying? Don't miss that. And like I said, you got to be signed up to the Patreon to now get the old episodes of Three Wise Men. There's over 80 episodes. 80, where Scrap, Kurt, and myself cooked on the sport of boxing. And listen, those shows were exquisite, talking about the history of the sport, the figures of the sport, all of those things that just really allow a boxing aficionado to absorb. There's nothing out there like that right now, guys. Nothing. And guess what? For a small fee of signing up for the Patreon, you can enjoy it over there. How about that, huh? Yeah. My brother Drew Titan is in the building, saying salute to the chat. And Eric Jordan says, I can't wait, ready to learn. That's good, man. That's good. Antonio MMA says, all my boxing knowledge comes from the 3 Wise Men. Wow. Much respect on that, Antonio. He says, I've seen so many fights from the proper angle. No heart for the man, but love from the art I learned here. Hey, man, that's heavy, man, but I feel you on that, Antonio. And as long as you keep it up to that, you're on the right path, brother. The Jab Jamboree says those shows was lit. Listen, man, how lit were they? Huh? Because I don't recall seeing you out there in the chat too much, huh? Yeah, Stormy will turn that light switch on you and be like, yeah, where's my apple at, huh? You wasn't there. Yeah. Shower says, I'm at it. Thursday, I get back home 100 to Scrapbook Boxing, wherever he may be. Scrapbook is still with us, Shower. It's Kurt who has gone on to glory. And Kurt was one of the most wonderful, intelligent, knowledgeable men on so many aspects of life. Kurt was some, and we'll save, the kind words for the show tomorrow, huh? We'll save that Thursday, because it's well deserving when you talk about a man like Kurt. Well deserving. Eric Jordan said Ack is getting that F+. No, I'm not really giving him an F+ on that, but because Ack been around, he's been working different shifts and stuff. He has different things going on in his life. Just a little ribbing, huh? That's just to let you know I be paying attention to who be out there. You know what I mean? I pay attention. Even if I don't call certain names, I still be got my eye on you, huh? Focusing up, huh? As our subject says tonight. Yeah. Shower says, as in the room, OG. Scrapbook always watches my videos. Of course, Scrapbook be out here more than y'all know, huh? Scrapbook probably watch more of y'all stuff than I do, because I get sleepy, huh? Because I gotta work. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? And on the job, they try to take it all from me on the job. Then I come back here trying to produce stuff for y'all, and y'all won't hit my like button, won't share, huh? Won't donate, won't buy merchandise, all of that, and I be tired. So when you see Stormy sitting up here yawning and stuff, I be like, man, huh? Ain't no Django around here. This is real bro around here. What y'all doing, huh? Help a brother out. Yeah. Antonio says, man, he made me a fan of Ray Robinson. Kurt was phenomenal. Boxing knowledge. He could spin out dates and memories of certain conversations. It was special. Man, Kurt would listen. And I don't want to talk too much about him right now because we're going to do that on Thursday. So y'all bring that energy back on Thursday and hear Scrap and I reminisce. But I'll say this. Kurt used to do this thing when somebody asked him something and he'll say, well, let me see it. I remember when, and he'll go. He do that sound like that. That's like those wheels turning, right? And he getting that information. It's like downloading in the damn computer. It's like, next thing you know, he's spitting out dates, what they was wearing, man, all kinds of information and details. I'll be like, man, Kurt was something else, boy. Great stuff. And always, when you watching him, you had to focus up, huh? Not to get off of our subject tonight. Focusing up, man. So we're coming out of this weekend where we had a chance to see Benavidez and Morrell. What was so great about this fight is these two young men were pretty much evenly matched. Pretty much evenly matched. I'm pulling something up here so I can look at it. I don't like to get incorrect information here. So out of that fight from Saturday, Benavidez has moved to a record of 30-0 with 24 KOs. Morrell's record drops to 11-1 with 9 KOs. But both men are close in age, close in size. Benavidez is 28, Morrell is 27. They're 6'2" is Benavidez with a 74.5-inch reach. 6'1" with a 77-inch reach is Morrell. Benavidez is an orthodox fighter. Morrell is a southpaw fighter. And though he's a heavy-handed fighter, Benavidez is a guy who could really put punch combinations together. Morrell is a heavier puncher, a heavy-fisted, harder puncher. One punch knockout potential Morrell has. But though he has hand speed, he doesn't throw them in volley like Benavidez does. And that was one of the shortcomings for he during Saturday night's fight, because had he opened up more and let his hands go more in variety of combination sequence, Benavidez would have had to be on the defensive a lot more, which whenever Morrell did do so, it did make him pause, stop, and there was one time I even saw Benavidez clinch because, hey man, self-preservation kicks in. You understand? So, but focusing up. Focus may have been the one reason why Morrell lost this fight. I don't believe he had the proper focus for the fight. I do believe he felt like Benavidez, with his vulnerabilities, which I could point a few of them out, but it's not about doing that. But it's about what the Morrell camp may have seen, that they thought that maybe a single shot or just a couple put together would put Benavidez in trouble. The only thing about that is he's been hit hard before. He's been in with knockout punchers before. He was Gennady Golovkin's main chief sparring partner when Golovkin was the world champion at middleweight. He's been in there with all sorts of champions and former challenging contenders. And through those experiences, he's learned how to handle himself. He's learned how to slow down someone trying to really get at him and recognize that he has the type of presence that once he gets after someone else, it puts not only physical pressure on them, it puts psychological pressure on them. That's where his focus is. Now, Morrell, his focus was on being more athletic, being possibly the harder puncher, being a guy who could be even a little more acting off of dexterity, but not intensity. His focus on the intensity of the battle wasn't where it should be. There were still moments in this fight where he was playing to the crowd, and I'm like, dude, you're playing to the crowd, but you ain't doing nothing for the crowd to play off of. You got to put the work in, man. Just because you waving like that and mocking to the crowd, and that doesn't mean anything. You've got to get in there and get your sleeves rolled up and stick your hand in the boo-boo. Huh? Yeah. King Styles Productions is in the building saying, salute Stormy B, man. Eric Jordan says, facts, Sensei. Earl Sager says, Sensei, how do you think Benavidez gets on against the two Russian fighters, Bivol and Beterbiev? Well, he's worked in the gym with Bivol, and he's a lot bigger than Bivol. I wouldn't be surprised if Bivol sidestepped him. Not because he would be afraid of him, but because if Bivol looks at his own career as he has more to do, Benavidez is the type of fighter that can upset those plans. So he may want to try to get what he wants to do in first before facing the likes of Benavidez. Morrell still has a lot to learn, and it showed from Saturday's fight. Bivol might be more interested in taking him on, but it's still dangerous because one, Morrell is a much stronger guy, and he's a southpaw, and that one punch knockout power is there. It's real. And it would be interesting to see the two styles, because I believe that Bivol has modified his style from the amateurs, and it's kind of like a pro-am style where he darts in and out, punches in combinations, gives you distance and mid-range at his own rhythm. That would be more familiar to David Morrell because he has less professional experience, but that amateur Cuban style that he could bring to the fight would be very competitive against what Bivol will try to do. Now, as far as David Benavidez taking on Artur Beterbiev, that's something that's really intriguing, because Benavidez's best plan is to come forward. Artur relishes guys coming forward. He picks them apart, and he punches with an old school, old man's punching power. Benavidez is a big target. He won't be hard to find. But if Artur is able to land on him like Morrell did sporadically, Artur can take him out. That man was pushing 100-pound dumbbells on each hand like this on the bench. He was just pushing them. Artur Beterbiev is a different beast, man. That division of light heavyweight will not rest until that man retires. And because he's 40 years old now, that doesn't mean anything, because he doesn't burn the candle at both ends. He doesn't live some of the lifestyle that some of these guys, including Benavidez, have been known to live. We see David when he's not fighting. He's got the shape and appearance of Tyson Fury. When you see Artur when he's not fighting, he doesn't look too much difference from when he is fighting. Yeah. Eric Jordan says Morale can take a punch. Earl Sager says great fights on the horizon, Sensei. Yeah, great fights are on the horizon. And we're just getting lit. Let me tell you something. This fight card this past weekend was excellent. And each battle required a certain type of focus from the participants. In the case of Rosario and Ramos Jr., Ramos came out cautious initially, but by the end of the first round, when he realized that Rosario wasn't getting off, he turned up the tempo. And Rosario was never able to find a rhythm. Very unfortunate, because he then began to take punishment and punches. And by the time he did start trying to punch, it looked like he was pushing his shots. He looked like a shot fighter, Jason Rosario, in that fight against Ramos. But Ramos isn't as physically strong at middleweight as he is at 154. And he's only 23 years old. He's only 23. Yeah. So it was interesting. But Rosario's corner should have stopped that fight. They let it go until the ref had to step in, and it's very unfortunate for him, because he could have just been having a bad night, or it could be the beginning of the end for him, because last summer when he fought Jarrett Hurd, he looked a lot better. But then again, Hurd is closer in age to him and fight experience too. But if Ramos wants to go back down to 154, as he had indicated, 154 is no man's land, huh? That's a division where you could get your cap twisted back, huh? Yeah. Down there at 154, psh. Listen, man. And you know when I talk about getting your cap twisted back, you know what that means, huh? So the guys at 154, that's what's in store for you when you go down there to 154. And it don't matter who do it to you. You got several guys down there that's ready to let you have it, huh? It's like there's some people, man, let me tell you, I'll be a 147 or a 160 pound something. I wouldn't be hanging around 154. I'll be like, Death Wish 14. Man, there's some guys down there, I'm telling you, they twist that cap back. Matter of fact, I should rename that clip 154. Shit. Hey, Drew, you know, every time we see that clip, man, you can't help but to crack up laughing. Because that had to be some of the cheesiest special effects. But it sure did drive the point home, didn't it? Man, oh man. Antonio says, after Bud Sensei, I have Charles Conwell as the man I like him versus anyone in the division. He's a damn good fighter. He's kind of like a throwback to me, Charles Conwell. He reminds me of a couple of fighters, just like Bud reminded me of a couple of fighters. He's a blend of about 2 or 3 fighters, Bud Crawford is. I would like to see Conwell in another fight with a top guy because I want to see exactly how I can make an assessment on him according to a stiffer opposition. That's important. But if he's too good, and he's signed with Golden Boy, isn't he? They're not going to fight him too much. They'll put him on the shelf like they did Rashidi Ellis, huh? You go into the offices of Golden Boy and you say, wow, they got a lot of nice little trinkets and belts on the wall and everything. And you'll see Conwell over there on the shelf like this. Help me. Get me out of here. See? You don't want, listen, that's the one thing Golden Boy will do. They will put a brother on the shelf, huh? It's like they think of us as like Barbie dolls or something. They don't want to put us in the ring. They want to put us on the shelf, huh? How many brothers done left Golden Boy that were good fighters? I'll let you do the math, huh? My math ain't that good, but it's more than on two hands, huh? And fingers that you can count. Yeah. I tell you, man. But you got to focus up if you want to get to where you're going, huh? Because just like Morrell and Benavidez in this fight could have been taken over by either man if they had found a rhythm of doing what? Utilizing the jab. Both men underused their jabs, and both of them have excellent jabs. I don't know what they were thinking about. I don't know what the corners were thinking about. But neither guy was encouraged to use his jab more. I think I might have heard, I don't even remember if it was Benavidez or if it was Ronnie Shields, but one of them did say something, use the jab. But if you don't do it in the gym, you're not going to do it in a fight, man. I can't say that enough. You know, Larry Holmes is noted for what? His jab. But Larry Holmes was knocking people out too. But you just remember him pumping that jab. Larry would throw the jab 30 to 40 times in a round, keeping that right hand in reserve until the precise moment, because after so many jabs, you'd be open for a right. Fang, he throw that right hand in there and stun somebody. And next thing you know, he's following up, catching you with uppercuts and left hooks. Larry was a very intelligent boxer. Some of these guys need to learn how to do that. And the jab needs to have a snap to it. And it needs to be something that you want to put on that target. Snap, snap, snap. You want to do it that way because you want to make the other person be aware that there's a penalty to pay when you come within range. A penalty. And that doesn't have to be the hardest punch in the world. It doesn't. A snapping shot. have you ever had someone have a wet towel and wind that towel up and pop it on you? That's what a real good jab feels like. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever felt that wet towel that somebody is wet on one end and they wind it up and they, you know, roll it up like that and then they pop it and smack you with it. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever felt that. On your back, on your shoulder, on your leg. Man, that ish hurts. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And you could just be goofing around playing. Sometimes it'll leave blood. You understand? Break the skin. Yeah. Yeah, shower, that's something, you know, boy, I tell you. But again, I wish I could see more fighters become more dedicated with their jabs. And I'm going to tell you something. If you pumping that jab and working it like you're supposed to, the other guy ain't going to do it. He's not. But what it will do, it will make the other guy more hesitant, and it'll make him hesitant, and he don't know when something else is coming because he's had so many lefts. As Drew likes to say, he be begging for a right, huh? Yeah, but the thing is to set everything up. It's to poke, it's to probe, it's to range find, huh? It's the chin check. It's the blind. It's the bust. It's the cut. Yeah. If you watch the old fighters, man, they do so much damage to a guy from jabs. The guy face be all lumped and bumped up. Cuts around the eyes and everything. Pump that jab. I used to like to tell guys, give me 20 to 30 jabs around. 20 to 30. And I don't mean like jab, 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 and then jab, jab, jab. I don't mean that. You gotta mix it up, variety. Snap 1, move around, snap 2, move around, snap 1, snap 3, snap 1. Yeah, get a rhythm going. Because what will happen is you'll loosen up and those jabs will make the other guy hesitant. He's like, oh, yeah. And then once you get down that pattern of like how he likes to evade your jab, you'll know which punch to throw after that jab. Because if he's slipping to the left, then you know that right hand could come right, a looping right hand, a hooking right hand, a straight right hand, or overhand right. If he's slipping to the right, your left hook off the jab. Boop, boop. But this is, boxing 101. This is like, but how many fighters do you see really fighting that way? Not a lot. This generation, you could go back a generation and guys did that. Floyd Mayweather would just pump that jab on people and bounce around sometimes, get his little rhythm and pump that jab. Sometimes a stiff one. Sometimes he'll put one in the pit of your stomach. But he used it. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Eric Jordan says, that son of a bitch stings. Yeah, it does, right? It stings. Yeah. Man, can you guys believe the hour has gone by already? This is unbelievable, man, how fast this hour goes by. I be trying to, work things for you guys, but it's like. But the one thing I want to say to you all, if you haven't signed up for my Patreon, please consider doing so. And over there will be more exclusive content to follow, without censorship, without the copyrights of songs and stuff like that we run into here on YouTube. And overall, it's just an opportunity for you to be able to enjoy the maximum of what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And without those folks patting your pockets down too. Yeah. Because you know, if you give $1 over here, they take 30 cents out of it. They worse than boxing managers, huh? Yeah. So keep that in mind. Shoot. A lot of people don't pay attention to those things, but I try to tell you so you be aware of it, man. I want you to get the optimum over here. Yeah. Let's see here. Get my images together. Yeah, but we've come to the end of another hour, man. This goes by so fast. It's unbelievable. But see, I had plenty to say for you, you know, and I took the time out to acknowledge the fam that come into the chat. Good to see you all interacting and mingling with one another. Like I said, if I don't do anything but bring you all together, that's a great thing. It's very positive, you know, and that's what's up. But with that, I'm gonna let you hear from our brother, the Focus Ball, huh? Focus Ball is riding with us till the wheels fall off. Yeah.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a focus ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a focus ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a focus ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
It's a usual suspect day.
y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
It's a usual suspect day.
Yeah, so we come to the end of another Tuesday tussle, man. Focus up, you know. Doesn't take a lot of words, but just to have you all come in like you did this evening with that great positive energy to be able to show camaraderie and interaction with one another. We're doing great things out here. So don't forget Thursday, the 3 Wise Men of Boxing. It's a special edition of 3 Wise Men where Scrapbook Boxing and myself will be here with a special dedication to Kurt, and Scrapbook has a lot to share. Special starting time on that episode, 7 p.m. Central. So be there early because Scrap has a lot to lay on you. And it's going to be exciting and all involving. So be there for that. And continue to check out the premieres. Give them a like, share them. That's for you guys. You know? So with that being said, we're going to get ready to get on up out of here. And just know that the Tuesday Tussle is an opportunity to just talk about boxing from a different vantage point, but also never forget the principles of what this is all about. You see, real life, the sport, what goes on within you as a person, how that reflects outward, all encompassing everyone that's involved. Yeah. Positivity, uplifting, elevation. With that being said, we're going to get on out of here. This is Stormy B, man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Yeah.
the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.